what's going on, everyone? DSP and PandaLee here. Winding down, you know, cooling off, relaxing now that we're back from Too Many Games 2012. And what we're going to do is go through our acquisitions. And
lots of acquisitions.
by far, this tournament is the biggest ever for the amount of acquisitions that we got.
Lots of good stuff at the vendor tables.
Ooh, excuse me, I'm exploding. Some stuff that we actually went and bought. Some stuff that fans just gave to us. Which, by the way, is extremely appreciated that people come out of their way to come give us stuff. I mean, that's crazy. And
thank you to everyone that gave us stuff.
yeah, that's awesome. And we're going to talk specifically about a couple of the people that did and where they were from and what their story was. So first, I guess, let's talk about the games that I bought. I mean, it's called Too Many Games. Let's talk about the games. I picked up a few. Not too many this time. I didn't go crazy.
Yeah.
You know, last year actually I picked up a bunch of games that I've been looking for a long time. This year not so much. I'd gotten a lot of the games that I wanted for my collection. But there's one in particular that I was looking for a while. I actually, this was the only guy who had it at the con. And it was in a box, like you wouldn't, you know, it wasn't like even pulled out specifically, which kind of threw me off. Why isn't it separate from everything else? But Ninja Gaiden 1 for NES, okay? If you remember at MagFest, I bought Ninja Gaiden 2 and said, this is a game that in my childhood I played it and it beat my ass. Like I could not beat it when I was a kid. And it was my goal to beat that game. Well, after I played Ninja Gaiden 2, I got an overwhelming amount of responses from people saying they wanted to see me play the other Ninja Gaiden games. Ninja Gaiden 1 in particular, because it is very hard, just like Part 2.
$15 whole.
Well,
$15. I think that's really
I think that's
good.
actually a good price for Ninja Gaiden 1.
Really good.
Like, I don't see, this is the kind of game that when you go to like a play and trade, when you go to I'm trying to think of the other, game exchange, you don't see this game commonly. So I was surprised it was just there in a bin with all the other games. Most people had sorted out their rare games and put them somewhere, and this was just in there.
Some of them were marked up like crazy though.
Well, that was ridiculous. We did see, we saw, let's put it this way, Snatcher, which is a game for Sega CD. It's a Hideo Kojima game. A game that I want, because people tell me it's great things about it, and I want to do a playthrough of it. But just for the game disc was $100, or you could buy the game with the actual Sega CD box and manual, which is extremely rare. But he priced it $300. Like, dude, no one's gonna buy that game for that price. Keep it, you know.
Yeah.
And then the other game,
$100 for everything, someone will take it probably.
the other game, the most expensive game by far that I saw there was Earthbound for the SNES.
Oh God.
In the original box. Now, if anyone bought the game back then, they would know this. It came in a gigantic box because in the box also came the strategy guide for the game. It had already come with, so it was like a kind of buy the game, get the strategy guide for free deal.
I understand marking it up because it did still have everything.
It had it. It was pristine. The thing, you could tell, it was like sealed. The thing was new. Someone found one that no one had ever played or used. The guy was selling it for $990.
Oh my God.
What? Like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Who is going to spend that kind of money on a video game?
I told Rambo about this, and he made a very good comment. He says, that guy didn't want to sell that. That was basically him trying to show off, oh, look at my video game dick, you know? Oh, I got this thing no one else has, and I'm going to just price it so no one will buy it, because I'm really not looking to sell it, you know?
Yeah,
I just want to show it off.
I want to look at it all day.
So that was kind of ridiculous. But now let's talk about some other games that I picked up. Now, as you know, I have been trying to amass a collection of Sega CD games. So that, you know, they've been some of the funniest things I've ever done. And so, what, you know, can you wait for me to announce what it is before you show it?
Well, you're going too slow.
So anyway, as you now know, it's Fahrenheit for Sega CD / Sega 32X. If you're saying Fahrenheit, what the hell is that? It's a game about firefighters. That's right, firefighters.
I've never heard of it.
And it's a full motion video game. I've never played it, but I'm assuming it's going to be similar to other games like Night Trap, like those other ones that I've played a little bit. And I thought it would probably be a pretty good game to do some playthrough footage of at some point. Not to say that I'm rushing to do it, but it's just going to add to my collection. And then, here's a game that actually people have been asking me about this one. Because if you remember earlier this year, for April Fools, I did a series of videos that were the best music games of all time. And what these were a series of Sega CD games where you could produce your own music videos.
Yeah, because that was a big hit.
No, it wasn't. I mean, but obviously in the April Fool's videos, I'm acting contrary to everything. So, I did Crisscross, I did NXS, and I did CNC Music Factory. And some people contacted me and said, Phil, you left out the best one of the bunch, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. How could you not do Mark Wahlberg's music game? Well, the problem was I just hadn't found it anywhere. Finally, I got it at this con, so will I eventually be doing this? Probably, because this is going to be fucking hilarious. So most people know who Mark Wahlberg is, you know what I mean? They've seen him from movies and stuff. He's huge. He's a huge star now.
He was in? The one where he was angry and everything.
The Departed.
Yeah, The Departed. That was a good movie.
He's great in a lot of movies now, but the fact that he fucking did that game and that he was part of this stupid, horrible musical group.
That was back when he was Marky Mark, where all he did was do the situation show in the apps. He did that first.
Awful. So, those were my game acquisitions. Yeah, I didn't get a lot, like I said. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I did go through as many games as I could on Sunday, but there wasn't... The only other thing I probably would have gotten, I was actually really considering Snatcher for $100, but then I held off. I said, eventually I'll find it for a better price.
Yeah.
I'm really not looking to do it soon anyway, so I wasn't in a big rush. Now what I want to do is talk about some of the other things that we bought, not gaming related. So there was this one vendor who was selling video game related plushies, you know, stuffed animals and such. And for you actually bought some cool stuff, and this is related to a playthrough that we're doing right now.
Toby!
She got Toby the Wiggler from Super Mario Galaxy.
And he got a little friend, he got a little mushroom keychain, a nice purple one.
Now these stuffed animals, as we're going to explain and show you, are actually Japanese. What this guy does, I guess, is he goes to Japan and picks them up or ships them to the U.S. and then brings them to conventions because they don't sell these in America.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, why don't I see these cool gaming-related things in the stores? Because American stores are assholes and don't fucking carry it. In Japan, this stuff's huge.
Yeah, the whole label's in Japanese, so...
Yeah. So she got Toby, and...
I got Toby and mushroom.
I got a couple things, too. Speaking of mushrooms, I actually got both the big power-up mushroom and the one-up mushroom from Super Mario Brothers. I thought those would be cool to place around the condo as decorations. And then I also got, these were really cool, and they were staring at me all weekend, and I said, I gotta get some of them, because...
Oh, they were so cute.
They're really, really cute.
And they were priced really good.
Yeah, that was the other thing I want to say about this guy. This guy's prices for the stuffed animals were extremely reasonable. Like, this Toby, I think, was $20.
Toby was $20, and the mushroom was $5.
So you're like, a giant, you know, stuffed animal for only $20.
Look at this thing. It's like the size of my arm.
He could have scalped it and charged $40.
Yeah, because I can't get this in America. I have to go all the way to Japan.
So I got the ghosts from Pac-Man, 2 of them. They actually had all 4, but I didn't want to get 4 ghosts.
Yeah, we got the DSP colors.
I got the DSP red and blue colors. I know people are going to yell at me and say, Phil, how do you not know their actual names? Because don't you know that each ghost has a unique name? And you should know that. Well, I don't know that.
Is there one Blinky or something?
It's Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and I don't remember the other guy. I think it might be Clyde.
Oh yeah, Clyde, I think it is.
I think it is, but I don't know who these guys are. I'm sure in the comments of the video people will be like, that's, you know, so-and-so, so-and-so. So those are the stuffed animals that we purchased. What I also want to show you is when we went to Arnold's Family Fun Center, we actually won a stuffed animal, or actually 2 stuffed animals, because we played so many ticket games.
Yay, we're gonna show it.
So for you...
Big surprise, I got the panda for 800 whole tickets.
A big-headed panda. His head's bigger than his entire body.
Shut up.
And then I got, speaking of head being bigger than the entire body, I got a little red dog here.
Yeah, we had leftover tickets and stuff, and we know what to do with it.
We had like 300 leftovers, so we got red dog. They'll be hanging out with me, and the panda that'll be hanging out with you. Okay? Now, let's talk a little bit more about stuff from the con, and then we're going to move into stuff that people actually bought for us. Or not bought for us, but gave to us. We actually got you a cool panda hat from the infamous White Mage booth that everyone has now seen many times on John Rambo Presents in his comic coverage.
I'm on their website now or something.
Oh yeah?
The hat, yeah, because it was like her first design, so I took my picture. It could be somewhere.
I actually don't have her card, so I can't give her a plug here, but if you go over to John Rambo's channel, I'm sure they're going to be talking, you know, some stuff.
Yeah, because OJ was talking to her.
Yeah, he talked to her, he interviewed her. There's probably going to be stuff all about her, so go check that out. So we got her panda hat, and then you actually bought me something, which I thought was nice of you. Some guy was doing, he does hand-drawn artwork of all kinds of stuff, movies, TV, video game characters, and so PandaLee bought me this. It was nice.
Yeah, because I got a second one for my dad for Father's Day of the Beatles because it's his favorite band. He did the Beatles. He had Harley Quinn. He had Doctor Who, which I thought was kind of funny that everyone was so into Doctor Who at some of these tables.
Yeah, it's true.
There was multiple tables with his stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a way to stand it up, but I'm gonna put it somewhere. That's a really cool piece of art. Well, probably don't want to hang it on the wall. I'll probably try to find a way to stand it up on a counter or something.
Yeah, it was pretty cute.
And the last 2 things that I want to show you that I purchased before, you know, outside of the big artwork that we're going to show you later, is there was a booth that had a ridiculous amount of Fallout related merchandise, and it's custom stuff that they make by hand. This guy has Nuka-Cola caps that are hand painted. He actually had a con survival kit,
which was really fun.
Which was cool. He opened it up and has like everything you would need for convention: earplugs, aspirin, everything that you would need. He actually had made replicas of the Wasteland Survival Guide, of the Big Book of Science, all the stuff from the Fallout universe.
Didn't he do something with the refrigerator? He had like little mini fridges.
Yeah, he had a mini Nuka-Cola mini fridges. But what we picked up were 2 of the perk pictures that are hand painted by this guy's, I believe, either girlfriend or wife. I'm not positive, but yeah, hand painted artwork of the Fallout perk pictures. Now, apparently she had started the con with a shit ton of them, but people over the course of the weekend had bought a lot of them. So these were the 2 left that she had out, and they're one of a kind, and so those are really neat. I'm gonna find somewhere to put those. And so that's it for the stuff that we bought. And but I do want to give those guys a plug, okay? They are Sherry Lund and Robert Wilfong. So no, I guess they're not married.
Have to take his last name.
PaintMeAPerfectWorld.Etsy.com or on Facebook.com. Just look for Paint Me a Perfect World. That's
I like their card too. Didn't she say she painted that?
Yes. These are paintings that she had done. Yeah. Okay. So check them out if you want to look for cool paintings of video game stuff, but also Fallout merchandise. They're heavily into Fallout. They're like huge Fallout fans. Okay. Now the next stuff I'm going to show you is all stuff that fans gave me over the course of the weekend. Okay. And the first thing.
Some nice stuff.
And this is really, really neat, okay? I'm going to try to get in position here a little bit better. It's a Sonic the Hedgehog 15th anniversary statue from 2006 when he celebrated his 15th anniversary. And I guess it's like, you know, it's magnetic, but I don't know if it was, it says limited edition, made in China, but I don't know how you got, like if you bought this or if it came as a special with some package.
Yeah, it was probably some kind of special they did.
But it's awesome. Look at it. It's completely awesome. It's really cool. And fan just gave it to me and said, "Here you go, man. This is for all the, you know, hours of entertainment you've given me. I wanted to give you something." So thank you very much for that.
That was pretty neat.
This next thing is really cool. Okay.
Oh my god, I love this so much.
So this guy comes up to me and he says, yeah, I made this for you," and he puts it down in front of me. I just want you to take a look at it. So this is my first impression. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, wow, that looks really neat, man. Because I immediately recognize this is Mega Man. And I'm like, wow, he made like custom artwork of Mega Man. This is pretty neat. But what is it exactly? And so I start looking at it. I'm like, it's Mega Man in underwear, carrying a pillow, running away from something. And I couldn't put my finger on what it was. And the guy goes, well, do you recognize it? And I said, it looks like Mega Man, definitely, but I can't put my finger quite on what this is. And he says, well, what does it look like he's being chased by? I says, it looks like he's being chased by a robot of some sort, but it looks like his horn, maybe it's a sheep. And he explained to me what this is a combination of 2 of my favorite things from last year, Mega Man and Catherine. If you remember the game Catherine, whenever you went into the sleep nightmare mode, you basically were naked in just your underpants and with a pillow being chased by sheep.
Yeah.
And so this is supposed to be Sheep Man from Mega Man, I believe it was 9. And he's chasing Mega Man.
Yeah.
So it's basically a combination of 2 really cool games.
That's a really nice picture.
So I said to him, I said, wow, this is great, man. Do you have a booth here? You know, where can I look at your stuff? He says, no, I don't sell this stuff. I was like, what?
Yeah, I know.
And apparently this isn't even his job. Like, this is just, he just did it for me.
He did it for giggles.
And I'm like, that's crazy, dude. Like, look at this. Who wouldn't pay for this? You know what I mean? Like,
that's easily $30.
It's amazing. Like, people would pay for this kind of stuff.
Totally.
So I did tell him that. I said, dude, you should definitely look into possibly painting and doing stuff like this and coming to cons, because I think you would be selling stuff like crazy. Especially because, look at it, it's a perfect size where it's not super expensive. People would pick this stuff up like candy.
You put like 1 million of those on the wall.
So very special thanks to that fan as well. It's amazing, and I hope that, you know, if you do decide ever to try to do that commercially, let me know and I'll give you plugs, you know.
Yeah, we'll plug you and buy your stuff.
Alright, so the next group of stuff is all from one person.
The guy from Finland.
There was a fan who actually came from Finland. Now, to clarify, no, he didn't fly specifically from Finland to come see me.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely ridiculous.
He came to see family, but he stopped to see us.
Right. He says that his mom actually works for the airline. He gets massive discounts on tickets. Like, it costs him $40 to fly over here, I think. And he says he comes here many times during the year. At this point, he said, I'm going to try to make it to the convention. He made it. And he gave us all kinds of cool stuff from Finland. Okay, so the first thing he gave us was actually a Finnish gaming magazine called Pelagia. Okay. And, of course, obviously everything here is in their language, so I can't read a word of it.
Yeah, we can't read any of it,
but
the pictures are nice.
Nice full-color magazine, very similar to some of the magazines like Game Informer, I would say.
Yeah, it looks just like it.
This kind of looks like, in comparison to other stuff. Look, they even have a picture here. The Call of Duty tournament from last year, blah, 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 you know.
Yeah.
It's an older magazine. It's about a year old, but
it's still really cool.
it's a really cool thing to have something from another country and show that they have the same kind of gaming media that we have here over internationally as well. Alright, what else do I want to show you? Well, he actually brought us this. This is called Super Salmiakki, okay? I don't have a clue what the hell that means. But what he basically explains is it's a snack food in Finland. And what you're supposed to do is suck on it. And he says it's extremely salty. And in Finland they love it, but no one outside of Finland has ever tasted it and actually liked it.
So he gives it to us.
So he gives it to me. Basically saying I'm going to hate it. But it's neat that he gave me this. This is something that I may consider doing like a DSP tries it at some point because it's something unique that I've never done. He's also given me a couple other products from Finland.
I don't know what kind of message you're supposed to send with this.
It's called Genki with xylitol, and what this is, it's like gum, and I compare this to like maybe Orbit's gum. That's kind of what it looks like. Where they say that this gum promotes good dental hygiene. Whoops. But basically says it has this ingredient called xylitol that they don't use in America. Now I wonder why. You know, he didn't really break out and explain why we don't.
This is.
Maybe it's banned in America because they think it's dangerous or something.
We're carrying an illegal product.
But what he's saying is basically this is a really good gum to chew if you want to, if you can't brush your teeth. You know, if you're on the road, on a con, for example, you're out for an extended period of time, you can't brush your teeth. So he gave me some of that. He also gave me Finnish Pepsodent. Got a little banged up in transit here, the box, but I'm sure the tube is intact. Which, yeah, we have Pepsodent in the United States, but this also has that xylitol product in it that we don't have over here. So, thank you to him. And then the one last thing that he actually gave us, he gave us Finnish chocolate called Carl Fazer chocolate, which looks like it's milk chocolate. We haven't tried it yet. We might try it soon. Whoa. What are you doing? Get the wrapper off first. So we'll probably be trying it soon, and again, something else I could maybe do for DSP tries it. But it's really cool that this guy came out and gave us all these products from his native country, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much to that fan. So now, last but certainly not least, we're going to show the artwork that I purchased. From Square Painter. Because as you know, every con I go to, I see this guy, and he does artwork, and it friggin' blows me away. We've got one that we've got two pieces of work that he did exclusively, and then we've got one piece of work that was a combination effort with Pim and Pixel Papa. So yeah, even though Pixel Papa wasn't at too many games to sell bead art, he actually created some to do a collaboration with Square Painter, and it turned out really well. So if you could go grab one of those, honey, we'll model them off, I guess. I'll need them up here. Alright, so first, I guess what we'll do is we'll show this one, because I bought so much, you know, and Square Painter appreciates it. He says, you know, I'm a really good customer, and I've seen him at a bunch of different cons, and I almost always pick something up from him. He was very appreciative, and so because we bought artwork from him this con, he actually gave us something completely for free. It's Mario squishing a Goomba in Super Mario Bros. 3, and he made the comment that it actually looks like the Goomba has a unibrow. Yes, that is true. In this particular game, when you squish the Goombas, they do have like unibrows. So he gave me this completely for free, which is awesome. That he's so appreciative of my business that he gives me free stuff. Okay. So the painting that I got just from him, and this is probably going to be extremely hard to get on one frame of the camera. Look at this. Show it off here. If you've been following me in the past year, this looks very familiar to you. That's right. After MagFest, and I picked up Ninja Gaiden 2 for the NES, I did a playthrough of it. And let's maybe hold up a little bit.
There.
And blah 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 blah. So anyway, and during Ninja Gaiden 2, there's a cutscene with Ryu Hayabusa as the villain of the series. I forget what his name is at this point, Jura or something like that. He's in the background. He's purple. And he is purple. And basically, it's a really cool splash pixel, you know, scene in the game. And he made a painting of it. And I said I got to get that for two reasons. Number one, because I just played Ninja Gaiden 2. People like the playthrough, and I love the game now, even though it's really hard as fuck. This is like a symbol of accomplishment that I kicked this game's ass, you know what I mean? So I got this, and also because of the unique shape. This is going to be something easy to hang. I could hang it over there, over the TV if I wanted, over Mega Man. You know, there's a lot of places I'm thinking of putting this. where it would work out. And so, because of the unique shape, it's one of the reasons why I picked it up. So we got that, and then...
This is the Square Painter Pixel Papa collaboration.
Yes.
And it turned out very well, and is also purple.
Yes. So this is, again, from another game that I, in the past year, have actually played and beaten. From Mega Man 3, you've got Mega Man in the Shadow Blade outfit, shooting the Shadow Blade, which is the weapon that Spark Man here is weak against. And what they did is they accurately recreated the boss fight by creating the floor, Mega Man, the Shadow Blade, and the character here, and also the Spark, all of beads. And then Square Painter accurately portrayed the background. He painstakingly painted all of the background graphic.
Every individual pixel has been painted.
So it's a combination of the work of two guys, and what they're telling me is they actually have a Snake Man one that they've done, but they didn't bring it to the con. But also they're going to work on other collaborations with Mega Man projects in the future. If you remember, oh yeah, if you remember, I have the one from MagFest, which was Mega Man fighting Airman from Mega Man 2.
That's above the TV?
No, that's in the bedroom.
Oh, that's the bedroom one.
Now that one was not a collaboration simply because the background in that one was a solid color. So he's like, wow, well, Square Painter, what's he going to paint, you know? So Pixel Papa had done that one by himself, no big deal. But this was the first of their Mega Man collaboration series. And what I'm hoping is they actually, maybe in the future, do more boss fights, and I can build up like a collection, maybe eventually do a montage.
This was a very good collaboration. I actually used to do the beat art as a kid. That stuff is a little bit of work. And God forbid you knock it over. So this definitely takes its time.
So just to show them one more time, in the middle of the frame, so see if you can see the whole thing or not.
It's in purple.
Yep.
There's blue background.
It's really cool.
A giant thingy.
Really cool.
What's the giant orb thingy? Giant orb thingy.
That's a spark. A spark man. He's shooting a spark.
That's not spark. That's like the sun.
Alright, so that's our artwork from Too Many Games 2012. Those are our acquisitions. The shout outs that I want to give, obviously, a couple things that I didn't buy, but I do want to talk about. There is this girl who goes to all of these cons, and her website is quiltony.com. She actually makes custom video game quilts.
Yeah, she did a Doctor Who one. She had a Mega Man one in her book that you can commission.
Right, and that's actually, I'm looking to actually contact her soon and possibly commission a Mega Man quilt. I thought that was really neat.
She had a Tetris one that I want to get commissioned.
Now, we already talked about Pixel Papa a bunch of times, but I do want to give him a shout out. RetroGameNetwork.com is his website where he's now writing gaming news. He interviewed me at the con. That interview will be going up over the course of this week. And also DigitPress.com. He is the editor-in-chief of Digital Press, so if you can check that out as well. Square Painter, obviously I'm going to give a shout out. You can take a look. His name is Adam Shub, or Shub. I apologize because I probably spelled it wrong and I look like an asshole. You can contact him at adam.shub@hotmail.com, but really, if you want to see his stuff,
it's on DeviantArt.
squarepainter.deviantart.com, and obviously I'll put a plug to that in the video as well. So that's it for the acquisitions. It was a long con. There was a lot going on. I wish I could have done more if my back wasn't hurting me. It is what it is, but that completes the acquisitions for Too Many Games 2012. Hope you enjoyed the video. I love showing off the stuff that I pick up at these cons. I guess the last thing that I'll show is my speaker badge that I actually got for being a speaker at the con. It's actually the item. It's the item purchase screen from Mega Man. That is true, which I don't have. They're in the luggage. I'm not going to bother taking them out.
It's just a black T-shirt that says Too Many Games with green and white.
Right. So we actually have the official Too Many Games T-shirt plus speaker badges, which is pretty neat. So that is it. DSP and PandaLee signing off for Too Many Games 2012. I hope you enjoyed the coverage, and I'll see you for more footage this week. Peace out. Thanks a lot. See you later.